Well, well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lad looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? Be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... By the Fury! That armor! That lance! The Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp! Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Gentilot, leader of the convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? Aye, I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you. We shall. Brygarn, Estinian, let us make our way through the camp and see what information there is to be had. Alright. Let's see if anybody actually knows about whereabouts of Lady Iceheart. In fact, they should be talking to him about it. Camp of the Convictors. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray speak with as many as you can. And by that I mean 3. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Raitmo or Raitmo? God, these names. Raitmo, Vermont, and Burntonant that wanders in and out of camp? I know they're not the proper pronunciations, but who gives a shit? Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why, a heretic could pass under my very nose, and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear fellow. The big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. I mean, you should at least try. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother Pirquet or someone? I have enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folk do with themselves out here in the wilds. Don't even tell me about it. So much can I help you with, my lord? Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you could share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please, my lord, I'm Pirquet, a soldier by trade. Through not much of none, if I'm honest. It weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, see? No, it was by order of Sir Gentilot's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they got to thinking how unfair it all is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretic's tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the western highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks. Apparently. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then, I am minded to start a fire. We are gonna start the fire. Purple flame. Purple flame. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. A purple what? Purple her. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You're a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Bragarn? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alphino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire, aye? And it will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Alright, gotta go kill some yak. Get some hide. Oh, only just killed 2 then. Well, that's not too bad. Cuts to me getting killed by a yak. It's probably on top of this rock. There is another Aether Current. I'll go check that out. Yeah, they're up there. Nice. I still don't know what that means. I don't know if it's like warp points or something. Twould seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphino. His must have been privileged upbringing. Ahem. Have you the hides we need? And here's your fucking yak hide. Leaving me to do the deadly work. Those were good ass yaks, for crying out loud.
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
This is what lured her out? Seriously?
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
We wish to stop Nidhogg's attack on Ishgard.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me, that which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elizan tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons. and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm, Heavensward, in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Heavensward, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Heavensward ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
Disgusting.
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Heavensward instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Heavensward resides.
The fuck? Did I just get a heart attack? Oh. Oh. One of the crystals is reacting. Are they being restored? Am I getting my power back? Huh.
Is autumn mist, my friend?
Yeah, I think my mother just called
I sense
me.
the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Oh, it seems like my mother was calling out to me. We're now heading into the land of dragons, Dravania, to speak with the dragon people about this peace we have to make before they make their attack. The Echo, that's what it's called. I feel like the Echo called to me and started restoring the crystals that I collected that were lost or that were drained from Midgar Somer's power. I feel like not all hope is lost after all. Where the chocobos roam. Okay. I get something with warrior, or do I want to do... Well, there's fending, and then there's probably going to be aiming in the next quest. You are Brygarn, yes? Pray, address me as Ezael, if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not? That fate should bring us together thus. Never did I think to walk alongside the Warrior of Light, the one who tried to kill me earlier. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania then? The chill of the Western Highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. Alright. Looks like we're heading northwest. And I think, yeah, I've pretty much been through there before at a time. And it actually turns out that chocobos can actually turn out to be enemies too. You can actually kill the chocobos. I honestly should be thinking about continuing that Primal Awakening. Like I do have my Bard class at the highest level and could go. Although I did have it at near 60 before I even started this expansion, so I guess there is no cap.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
This is Burke. It snows 8 months a year. God, I love the Dragons franchise. I still fail to see how the live-action remake was a good idea in the first place for How to Train Your Dragon. But apparently, it was supposed to promote their addition to Universal Studios. Since I'd probably take it that it didn't have that much of an impact at Universal Studios. Like, they were mostly just DreamWorks stuff, but I guess they're adding more into How to Train Your Dragon stuff to promote their next film, the live-action one. Like, I don't mind that part. What I don't understand, how it's almost like a one-to-one retelling of the first movie. Like, just take out all the animation except for the dragons. We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Som Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead, and see that we are properly provisioned. There is a village here? But I thought these lands the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous of a place? The wild chocobos. Talifeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. God, that's horrible. We should kill them. Their leader, Marsachamp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Only to this ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. I guess there's no time like the present, then. Alright, let's go. Well, tan my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh, and if it ain't the lovely Isael. It's been so long, girl. That it has, Marsachamp. That it has. My companions and I are on the pilgrimage to Som Al. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleatin' murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I am not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Isael not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering Kelm trees all about, have you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Isael here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna get the fending at least, just so I can use it for my warrior. Worse than dragons. Okay, here's the aiming one. I can use it on both archer or bard or machinist. There's also DNC. I think that's supposed to be Dark Knight. I think. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you. The bloody Nath. They're what might get you... Goodness. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling with a megalocrab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties for moms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Nath's home territory. I see. Well, there is another aetheryte crystal I didn't attune for, which we're probably gonna have to go that way. Twould seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause much such strife when I lived here. You lived here? In Dravania? Aye, 'twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its bows. That was when I chanced upon Hraesvelgr. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his present visited upon me. Thankfully, Marsuchamp found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees, and nursed me back to health. And in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once a peaceful people? Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Somal and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west out of the forest, and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Somal. Shall we? Estinian does not like to wait. Wait, am I even going the right way? Oh, God damn it. I didn't even see the red I didn't even see the red circle. Proceed to the Stained One, defeating any foes who stand in your way. Well, if we would have just ignored it, we would have come down this way. But that's not actually where I'm supposed to go right now. Oh, that is a giant-ass mosquito. What the hell? Holy crap, it's jumping at me. Hi! You must be new here. Hi, I'm the Warrior of Light. And you must be in deep trouble because I'm about to shoot you. I hope you don't mind, so I'm just gonna make my way through this place and have you not be in my way, okay? So have a lovely day and goodbye. Alright. Should we chance to meet Marsuchamp again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt I would be standing here. Amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian. The style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphino. This structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors had dragonkind live together in peace. You claim this is you claim this as evidence of our harmonious past? I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics, in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool! How desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Brygarn, pray reason with these two. Grunt. The truth of the past will be revealed. Set aside your differences for now. Our goals are the same. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Brygarn's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Vestinian. You would have me to keep my counsel until Brygarn's visions confirm the truth? Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Hraesvelgr will likely provide the catalyst Brygarn's gift requires, as did mine. Let us press on. There. I'm glad we set aside our differences. Alright, what do we got here? Can we... I guess it doesn't really help. The Trine Towers. Ooh, okay. See, that's the problem here. The item levels are like below what I'm wearing right now. So I can't really accept this. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west. Ishgardians know them as Annex Trine. The place serves as a roost for Hraesvelgr's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Somal, then we must beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened, the one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. Okie doke. Yeah, looks like we're going southwest from here. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing more dragons now. We're getting higher into the place. 'Tis as I feared. The road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Marzachamp did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragons so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Nath's muskets. There is no route save the one before, us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. Okie doke. Oh yeah, I do see that now. Jesus. That looks amazing. Alright, so tamper away then. Should I be having my chocobo out with me? I feel like I should. Hang on. Popcorn, I choose you! Here we are. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight. Only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation. Come then. Well, I can safely say that the game hasn't disconnected yet after my change in frames.
Vidofnir!
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight. Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sire's will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hrisvalgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here, and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed? 'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
It's like a butterfly effect. Now, if it's starting to feel like Estinian's more of the perpetrator than our hero against the dragons. I feel like if he could have just taken that eye back, then things wouldn't be so bad. Or I'm actually like forgetting why he took the eye in the first place. Like it must probably possess like some dark powers or something that only Nidhogg can possess. This is Burke. Gifts for the outcasts. So, the Nath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further mine own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool am I to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Enough! Enough, I say! If the Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the Aether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon the Primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies. You are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Marsuchamp. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. Oh, back already, are we? Met the Nath, did you? And what is it you'd like to... Summon the Primal, you say? 7 hells. Well, I don't know bugger all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trait and habits, there never seems much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe. From what I understand, I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves, if you give them the right incentives. That sounds promising. And what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two. But seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of landtrap nectar, a basket of callum tree fruit, and, always a Nath favorite, a generous portion of yon Nanka flesh. I shall gather the fruit to leap into the lower branches of these forest giants should present a little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar, with Master Alphinode's arcane assistance. That leaves you to bring home the meat. Again. You'll need to carve it from the smaller Nankas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you got everything together, you'll need to set it down at what we call the trading post. I'll mark the spot on the map for you. You have been most kind, Master Marsuchamp. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Nanka egg. I can see you putting like a little joke in there or two. No, I don't want to be attacked by a tree. He has a tree. But I no longer have a tree. Alright, I got your damn meat. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would have not known how to harvest it without Isael's help. Do you have the Nanka meat? Sure. Splendid. I shall put this with Estinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Nath. You're welcome. The non-mind. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? Calm yourself, Master Alphino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Why do they remind me of the puppets from Twilight Princess?
Long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Lead-trap nectar, carom tree fruit, and Nanka flesh. What delectable foods you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Welcome, hunters. Come, hunters. Come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rats and insects keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come. It is not far.
Should be like clicking like the clickers in The Last of Us. That I always liked those. I always liked that sound. It's so like scary. Oh yeah. I can see what you mean by foul smell.
Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind.
Okie doke.
Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought by by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return?
Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home, and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god.
Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are!
Be if it is words you desire, then words you shall have.
We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's god, of the god the One Mind summoned into our midst.
The One Mind. These are the Nath who reside in the main colony.
Yes, they are the one. Connected.
Pardon?
But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren, and with spear and spell and musket the dragon was slain.
'Twas likely one that had fled battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. Please read the room.
Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries.
The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the Overmind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The One Mind would call forth our god, and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Nathlands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Yeesh. So he just has an insatiable appetite for crystals, just like everybody else. A Nathic deity. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good. conscious all the while that I do so at a grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil, and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much. But you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To a scion of the Seventh Dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. But the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you so rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know naught. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the Warrior of Light to his death? No, You have the right of it, Estinian. 'Twould seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Brygarn. None... I do not fear my duty, none taken. I'm perfectly fine doing this. Wait, Brygarn need not face this foe alone. Like him, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Huh. Do you truly imagine yourself a second Warrior of Light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, milady? Not that it matters, we know not where this god resides, or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Estinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath, and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. At least I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. Yeah, he's plucking up his courage. I will say that.
We are Vath. We are the non-mind. And I need my water again. We are Vath. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will.
Yes, he's not of help.
Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our gods, then he will have your souls. Surely you're not so generous as that. You wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as a sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters. However... Bless me.
Oh my god, this is gonna be the end of me.
You are generous hunters, yes? Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more. We are very fond of Nanka flesh. Yes, the meat of a young Nanka would make a fine repast.
Do not... you mean to tell me I have to go back and hunt some more? Haven't I done enough for you guys? Oh my god. Oh god damn it. You make me You make me speak that deep-ass smoker's voice, and now you're telling me to hunt for more flesh. Ugh. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of me. Alrighty, here's your stupid meat. We Vath do enjoy our nanker flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? He's just slapping on the table. Another gift for the Vath. So unexpected. Yes. You will have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the one mind are enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. English please, Alphino. The Vath are wont to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I am beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like Overmind sits at the center of Nath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in this smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the non-mind, who, for reasons that yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions, and one of the nature of their own god. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the Primal. As sacrifices, should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath will bring us before their deity to make an offering of our souls. I call dibs on Estinian. Breaking into hives. Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not, Brygarn? Judging by the great risk you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a man to err on the side of caution. Would that I could fight at your side, Warrior of Light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphino. Then it is settled. Brygarn, you and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance, and then allow them to take us prisoner. Alright, that'll do. Oh yeah, I do see it from here. Compared to what's over here with the non-mines, that is a more foul place. My god. How do they even live? How do they even go to the bathroom? They can't even... They probably don't even smell it. They probably don't even understand how foul it is, because they've been through so much of that smell. Oh yeah. I see where you have to go through. Intruders! Your lives are forfeit! Oh, will I? Will I, then? Uh-oh, did you attract something? No, I don't think so. There we go. Oh, looks like we got more coming. Get the fuck out of here. It's like shooting a bunch of bugs. Oh, wait, we have to go to Esail. God damn it. Huh. The Overminds must by now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Alright, now we can go in. I was about to head in there myself. Oh, they also have guns too? Jesus. Here we go. Oh, that's a lot of people. Action canceled. I am under attack. Oh, come on, man. Oh, yeah, I could use some help. Okay, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna be dead. Ah, fuck. Return to where? Wait, my chocobo. Oh. Wow, they just let you sit there and die. Okay,